An Israeli-American hostage has reunited with his family following a deal struck between Hamas and the United States, following a series of direct talks that sidelined Israel. Eden Alexander was released to the Red Cross last night after spending more than 584 days in Gaza. The IDF soldier and the first Israeli captive to be released since early March, when a negotiated ceasefire was broken by Israel. The move is seen as a goodwill gesture to U.S. President Donald Trump by Hamas and coincides with Trump's visit to the region this week. It's also seen as a slight to the Israeli government, and in particular Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who last week announced a permanent military occupation of Gaza, the displacement of more than 2 million Palestinians, and indicated he would not return to hostage negotiations. Israeli media reports describe tensions between the U.S. president and Netanyahu over Iranian nuclear talks, which have led Trump to sideline Israel in a number of key regional negotiations. Alexander was scheduled to fly to Qatar to meet with Trump today, but Israel's government says he will instead undergo health checks before being permitted to travel. And we'll be diving deeper into Trump's visit to the Middle East later in the show, including the high-stakes Iranian nuclear talks and the president's deteriorating relationship with Netanyahu.
The PKK, or Kurdistan Workers' Party, has announced it is disbanding after a 40-year-long conflict with Turkey over Kurdish autonomy and rights. The group's decision follows a call in February from its imprisoned leader, Abdullah Öcalan, who called the armed struggle a product of a bygone era and called on Kurds to seek rights through democratic processes. Turkish President Erdogan has hailed the decision as a milestone for security, peace and brotherhood, ending years of failed attempts to resolve the conflict through legal settlements. Residents in Iraqi Kurdistan, where the PKK has been cornered by Ankara since 2016, welcomed peace, but they reiterated the need for Kurdish rights to be guaranteed.
بەڵام ئەساسەکەی مەئامەڕە نەبێت لەسەر کورد بەس دیبی نەکەوەی بۆ هەڵخەڵەتانی کورد بۆ مەرامی دەنگهێنانی خۆی بۆ دەنگهێنانی بێتەوە سەر حکم ئەردۆغان دەمانەوێت شتەکە بەس دیبی با زەمانەتشی نێودەوڵەتی وەگری بەسەکدا بنێ بەڵام زەمانەتشی نێودەوڵەتی نەبی نەخێرم لە گۆڵەوەی دانی مەدابنیم هەرگیز.
Meanwhile, a lavish superjet gifted from Qatar to the U.S. president has raised more than a few eyebrows. Ahead of his visit to Doha, Donald Trump is poised to accept a $400 million luxury Boeing 747, described as a, quote, palace in the sky, from Qatar's royal family. It will reportedly temporarily replace the existing Air Force One plane from the U.S. president typically travels on. Then it will be transferred to Trump's presidential library once he's out of office. The gift is likely the most expensive ever given to a sitting U.S. president. Many voices, including some of Trump's own supporters, say accepting the jet could open him up to corruption investigations.
Today we publish a white paper on immigration, a strategy absolutely central to my plan for change that will finally take back control of our borders and close the book on a squalid chapter for our politics, our economy and our country. Net migration quadrupled until in 2023 it reached nearly 1 million. That's not control, it's chaos. A one-nation experiment in open borders, conducted on a country that voted for control. Well, no more. Today, this Labour government is shutting down the lab. The experiment is over. We risk becoming an island of strangers, not a nation that walks forward together. So yes, I believe in this. I believe we need to reduce immigration significantly. Every area of the immigration system, work, family and study, will be tightened up. We will finally honour what take back control meant and begin to choose who comes here.
An assortment of clips there from a speech by Sir Keir Starmer that has been likened to Enoch Powell by members of his own party. In the speech, he announced immigration controls after claiming that the UK risks to become an island of strangers following a squalid chapter with open borders. On Monday, the UK Prime Minister announced a series of policies designed to reduce net immigration to the UK. These include banning new recruitment of care workers abroad, raising English language requirements, and doubling the time it takes to gain citizenship from 5 to up to 10 years. Enoch Powell's 1968 River of Blood speech was widely blamed for a surge in racial attacks after a Conservative politician denounced post-war immigration and claimed that in 15 or 20 years, the black man, this is a quote, will have the whip hand over the white man. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has denied any likeness between the two speeches, emphasising that Starmer acknowledged the value of diversity as well as the contributions of past migrants to Britain.